Well, hello, 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 hello. How are you? So, decided I was gonna chit chat a little bit. Um, got some things going on. Actually, I am in the process of initiating my YouTube channel. I did start a YouTube channel like 3 years ago, but I only put like one video on there, and I think I had like 10 people view it. But when I do my YouTube channel, I would like for you to go and subscribe. There will be lots of motivational stuff. There will be great tips for entrepreneurs who are getting ready to start a business, been in business, um, or who are senior business owners. Um, all kinds of good information coming your way. I have been very busy uh, learning a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff, you know. Um, it's been a long journey. It's been a very long journey. I started out single divorced mom. When I was married, my husband didn't want me to work. So by the time I realized I was getting a divorce, I was working a part-time job at the YWCA. Yes. I used to work at the YWCA, making like $5.15 an hour, something like that. Had a whole house, a whole car, 5 kids, no benefits. Yes, I went to the system. I sure did. I sure did. And the system was good to me because we had a very decent roof over our heads. We had food to eat. There were programs that were available for me. There were programs that were available for my kids. So, hey, don't knock the system. If you've never been on it, and if you are on it now, use it wisely. And if you have been on it and you have gotten off for whatever reason, okay, because it's been good. It's been very helpful. I remember when I really started working in corporate America here in South Carolina. I didn't have I couldn't afford the insurance, and I needed medical help for one of my kids really, really bad. And there was a doctor there in Walterboro. He told me, he said, bring her here. We'll take care of everything else afterwards. And let me tell you something. After a week of sitting up with my child crying, and I can't do the over the counter stuff wasn't working, it was a miracle. Um, it's been a long journey, and I could sit down and I could say, what, oh well, I don't think I could have do this again, and I could have sing all my sad songs. But you know what, I don't got no sad songs. I don't got no sad songs. I realized just this year, while I was finishing up my master's, somebody asked me, they said, well, Rose, how did you do it? How did you do 5 kids? And I remember one of the deputies in the sheriff department, he used to pick at me all the time. He said, here come that girl with them baby kids. And then one day when the last one was in high school about to graduate, he told me one day, he said, you know what? He said, I used to pick at you. He said, but it was all out of love. He said, and I watched you, and I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. He said, you have done an amazing thing, and you did it with your whole heart. And so when one of my professors was talking to me, and they were, trying to encourage me because I was falling to pieces trying to get this master's degree in psychology, and she said, Rose, she said, how did you do it when you were raising your kids? And I thought about it. And I said, I don't know. And then it hit me. Every day that I woke up, the only thing that I had to do was make sure that nobody, I mean nobody, would be able to take my 5 babies from me. And that's how I did it. God gave me the wisdom, knowledge, strength, resources. I mean, I've got some stories to tell. And some of you may have heard my stories. Well, some of you did hear my stories because you've been in places that I've been, and your kids have participated with things that my kids participated with. And you've heard my stories about how God talked to me and led me places. And at the same time he was leading me places, he was leading somebody else there for me. And I had help. I had help because I asked God for help. And he did it. I remember when I was coming from Oklahoma on a plane, and I had to do a transfer in Atlanta. So the plane that we were on, it was loaded. I mean, so full. And it was crazy because somebody didn't want to sit by the window. Well, I love to sit by the window. If I'm going down, I'm going down regardless. At least let me look and see what it look like while I'm going down. Okay. Um, I might can see where to jump or where I might land, and I could be saved or something. I don't know. I'm just weird sometimes, but I remember switching places and sitting by the window. And I had been in Oklahoma, and I went to an event, a conference with some friends of mine, and I was just so emotional. I've always been so emotional, and I will cry. I get mad too. I ain't gonna let you listen. I ain't no pushover. But I will cry in a minute. I'm a baby. I will cry. I wear my emotions. I don't wear them well. Well, yes, I do wear them well. I look cute when I'm crying. I do. I look cute when I'm crying. But anyway, long story short, um, I was just still emotional from everything that I had experienced and I had heard. And while I was on the plane, sitting there by the window, just looking out as we're going, I heard a voice start talking to me, God, spirit, whatever you call it. I call it the voice of God, voice within, whatever. And it said, you're here on this loaded plane, and you don't even see the pilot. You haven't seen the pilot, but you are trusting that pilot is going to get you to Atlanta, and you're trusting that he's going to get you there safe, and you're trusting that he's going to get you there on time. You can't see him. You can't see what he's doing. You don't know him. But you trusted him enough to pay money and get a ticket and ride his plane. Now, I don't know if you caught that. And it'll be a replay on here in case you didn't, because I want you to get it, okay? And man, boy, before you know it, I was really bawling. I was almost to the the ugly cry. Yeah, I was there. And people were like, you okay? You okay? But I'm just emotional. I'm good. I'm just emotional. And that has been my story. The same way I trust that pilot, I trust God. Oh my goodness. People people can believe in whatever they want to believe in. I don't knock you, and I ain't gonna dislike you, okay? As long as you don't do nothing to me or mine, I ain't gonna dislike you. You can believe in whatever you want to believe in. But I know what works for me. I know what took care of me. I know what helped me. And I know where I've come from. So for me, all day long, it's that man up there. So I want to encourage you that if you're going through some things and you don't know what's going to happen, don't give up. Don't get mad. Be grateful. be grateful. Because every morning that I got up, working toward making sure nobody was able to ever take my babies from me, I had a force behind me. I had prayers of my great grandmothers and my ancestors that have paved the way. Sometime in tears and agony, I rolled their shoulders. Sometime I climbed up in the arms of God. You know, you ever heard that poem say, "Don't quit, and He'll carry you"? Yeah, all of that, all of that. And you know what? The most important thing about it is I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm still grateful. So, oh my goodness, oh, so grateful. And I got a loving heart. I got a loving heart because I know that there is nothing that no one else could do to me that could take me away from my blessings. Because in my God, there are no losses. In my God, no losses. I'm either winning or preparing to win in every situation that comes my way. And you can do that too. Just some thoughts for you. So I'll be sharing information just like this on my YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. I'll be putting out a post whenever I get it ready to relaunch. And in the meantime, check out my reels. I have lots of inspirational stuff, funny stuff, food, all that stuff on my